passed away. The smoke was so thick, I don't think anyone could survive. That particular home was a beautiful beach home that they built themselves. It was so cute. I could see how they wanted to stay to try to save it, but at what cost? And we're just devastated by their loss.
I'm so sorry for your loss of your friends, of your home. Can you take us back to the last couple of days, the moment when you and your wife started to realize that things were getting really dangerous where you live and that you needed to evacuate? Leaving, that had to be a hard choice.
Sure. It was interesting for us because it didn't start out as a fire. It started out as severe winds. And Dora, the hurricane, we knew that it was 500 miles away, and then we were going to receive some unusual higher velocity winds. But when we woke up at 4:30 in the morning and heard shingles coming off the roof, the electricity had gone out, we went, okay, this is a little more severe than we thought. By mid-morning, we had made a decision. A couple of our friends down towards the beach area, about, 15 blocks away from us, had solar, and they had the Tesla batteries. So they were cooking, they had television and air conditioning. So we said, hey, let's grab the dog and head down there and hang out for a couple hours. While we were down there, we smelled smoke.
Hey, Joe. Hey, Aaron. How's it going?
Close to Baby Beach, the Mall Wharf area, and oh my God, it happened so fast. We were looking out the window and we saw plumes of black smoke, and we were saying, I think that's coming from our home area. And then the next thing we knew, we walked away.
I'm watching the news about the fire.
15 minutes later, and it was engulfing the neighborhood down by Baby Beach where we were. And the folks, we have a 1-year-old, they're all, we got to get out of here. We jumped in our cars, and everybody in that little neighborhood was scrambling to try to get out of the neighborhood. It wasn't.
Hey, Bobby Kimmel.
I will say people were.
Happy Thursday.
They were friendly. We were allowing people in. It looked like a rush hour at the airport. Some were in cars, some were just grabbing their suitcases, and you could see them walking and rolling by in the smoke. And we couldn't go back to our home. We had a cat up there. We didn't take the cat with us. We thought we'd be home in 2 hours. I tried to talk to the police officer, trying to get back up there to save our cat, and he would not allow it. They were pushing all the traffic north, going to what we call the Conopoli.
We got this natty bumpo.
They herded all of
It
us.
says
I must say,
it's outdoor.
The Lahaina area is really,
Emerald Cup 2022 7th place winner. So
and we're all
let's
blue-collar workers. We're in the industry of aloha. We're service people.
it looks pretty good for an outdoor bud, huh?
We all live here full time, so it's devastating. We got up north, and
It's got to be
we got
dense
to
because there's only a
High
couple
School,
nuggets in
where
here.
they made a makeshift shelter. Met some of our friends. We were
I want to smoke out.
My wife said, I think our house is gone. I said, I don't believe our house is gone until I see it. And but we started talking to people that were a little more informed than us, because again, we were in our neighborhood. We were 15 blocks away, and what they were telling me, and I work at Chemo's on Front Street. I've worked there for 43 years.
So I know someone that moved to Hawaii. I'm not sure what island, but he's a surfer.
I couldn't believe it. So here we are. We're trying to look at the bright side. We have insurance. I saw the declaration.
Too bad I don't have my old phone numbers.
Money to help rebuild our town. We've been through hurricanes and things before. We call it Lahaina Strong, and I believe that we will.
All right, well, let's smoke out.
Spirit is strong. The community is strong. We're a small little beach community, and I think that we will come out of this thing better, stronger, and revitalize our industry for the visitors to come to this great town of Lahaina, which is a.
We woke up this morning, right? We were watching the news. Oh my God, I felt so bad because Hawaii's on fire. A lot of people were dying.
took this call.
The one guy's they
Well,
somehow
that's one of the reasons that
got
I
someone from the
took this
tourist
call.
industry. He
I
said, well, the
very
other
much,
islands are
speak for
fine with
many
tourism.
people in our community.
There's 3 islands on
Communication
fire,
is
and
everything.
people are
we-
dying.
I know we don't
And
have
he's
cellular right now.
promoting
Showers
the
is
other
out.
islands of
80 poles just
yeah.
in Lahaina.
Tourism's fine on the other islands. I was like,
There's a lot of work to do.
I was a little shocked.
I
I
know
was like,
FEMA has arrived. We're so happy about that.
I don't know what channel it was, but
I'm on
it
the other
was
side of the
CBS.
island at a friend's
And I was
home.
like, are you kidding
I'm
me?
hearing rumor we're going to head back that way to go through the rubble of our property when we're allowed to. But I believe that we're going to be okay in the long run.
Jack, thank you so much for sharing your story and giving us a better sense of what that community is like, because it's so easy for us to look at these stories and think we're talking about numbers of houses, square footage, but we're talking about people like you, and you really reminded us of that tonight. So Jack, thank you for being with us. We appreciate it, and we wish the best for you and your family.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Thank you so much for having me. Aloha to everybody. Mahalo.
Tonight we are hearing more stories of survivors like Jack recounting the unimaginable loss and terrifying escapes as the fires
It looked
destroyed
scary.
everything
They showed where they
in
jumped
their
in the water
paths.
because there was
NBC's
nowhere else to
Dana
go.
Griffin spoke with some of them today and has their harrowing stories.
As daylight exposes the people who thrive off the land are gutted.
It's like an apocalypse.
Mason Jar people who thrive off the land are gutted.
It's like an apocalypse.
Mason Jarvie has the burdens to prove he barely escaped.
We just had the worst disaster I've ever seen. All mine is burnt to a crisp.
A paradise turned overnight into an inferno. Residents forced to flee in
I don't
terror.
think they have
We thought
a
we were
good
okay,
fire
but then
department.
The
Hey,
wood
Charlotte.
came, the gas stations
Did
blew
she?
up,
That's good.
everything
I'm
caught
glad
fire
that
by
she
the
did.
brush, and then we just had to evacuate.
Some jumped into action, warning others of the rushing flames.
The fire's on 4th Street. It's time to go. We've been pulling people out since last night.
So yeah, it came from Mercy Wellness Center, the pot store.
Thousands evacuated,
That's where I went today.
with no guarantee
And
they'll
I
have
got this
anything
stuff.
to go back to.
Pretty much everybody I know lost everything that we have.
Many left with only their harrowing tales of survival.
We just barely got out. There were ashes, embers, everything flying through the air.
Martha Roberts and Bill Thornquist lost it all. They had to walk 15 miles to find safety.
Is there anything from your
It's a good walk.
So it was the feeling of security of locking the door when I left. Is that silly? You're locking out the fire.
Aw.
Well, it's horrendous.
So now
She's
Lee's
laughing,
high
but
school
she's
gym.
crying at the same
But
time.
today,
She said, when we
perhaps
left,
a glimmer of hope
we locked the
over
door.
The evacuation center.
right?
The
The
rebuilding will
house
start
was
with
gone.
memories. A 150-year-old tree, a famed landmark, burned, but still standing.
I think it'll come
This
back.
is the main shelter in Maui where
It's the
hundreds slept
binding.
overnight. They are receiving
It's
food,
like a fig tree,
shelter,
but it's
and a
150
little
years
relief
old.
from those dangerous wildfires that have upended
I guess
their
it's a
lives.
big thing for
Ellison?
their town.
Dana Griffin in Maui, thank you. And there's also chaos at the Maui airport as thousands of people, mostly tourists, wait for flights to take them off the island. NBC's Steve Patterson is there tonight with more.
Tonight, thousands of passengers are just trying to get home.
People are getting delayed, people are getting canceled. Baggage claims is a mess. It's all over the place.
Many still stranded in Maui's Kahului airport, processing the devastation they managed to escape.
It's just scary to see a big wildfire just kind of coming your way, and it's not something I ever experienced before.
We jumped out of the car and ran as fast as we could.
You would think
and
Hawaii
got out.
would be
Amy
the last
Springsteen
place,
is
but
headed
the
home to
wind.
Oregon. She says this is what's left of her Maui rental car. She, along with some others in her party, were going to dinner when she says flames leapt onto the street.
There was debris everywhere, fire falling down on top of us, but we got out safe.
So far, more than 20,000 passengers have fled the island since the fires began. Thousands are still waiting.
I wonder what the population is. So now the weather is wreaking havoc, like all over.
empty planes can be used.
Dinner is
to get
being
passengers
delivered
back
for
to
you
the
and
mainland.
Rosie.
And Allison, this travel nightmare continues again tonight.
Really?
People trying the best that they can to flee this island. I can tell you there's a woman who's been sleeping here in this
Well, that's
courtyard
good.
TSA area.
And then
for
I
2 nights.
sent those
Even speaking to transportation
things, you know,
officials, they say
the
that
glitter stuff.
14,000 people will try to flee again
So,
tonight. Allison?
I don't know if she wants to draw something, but if anything, you could give it to the kids.
Hawaii and the summer storm slamming the mainland. Michelle Grossman joins us now. Michelle, is there any relief in sight for Maui?
Hi there, Allison. Yes, the good news is there is relief in sight. We've dropped all wind warnings, including high wind warnings. There's no red flag warnings. That's the good news. But notice we're still looking at gusty winds gusting up to 35 miles per hour. So from time to time, we're starting to see these winds pick up. But the area of high pressure, the area of low pressure, Hurricane Dora, is starting to move off to the west. That's better news. As we go throughout the next couple of hours, by midnight Hawaii Central Time, we're going to see winds down to 10 miles per hour. And I looked 7 days out. Looks like those winds are going to stay on the lower side. So the next 24 hours, we're going to continue to see those winds subsiding. That's good news. That's going to help the firefighters. But we're still seeing winds gusting up to 35 miles per hour, 10 miles per hour by midnight tonight. But we're still in a drought condition. That was one of the ingredients. We have really dry vegetation that is fueling this wildfire, and that's what we're going to see over the next couple of days as well. Allison?
Michelle, there are also alerts. It seems like day after day we are looking at this where severe storms is all due to this heat dome that's in place.
Hobotron sent you guys. Oh, really? Oh, that's wonderful.
Now we're looking at 14
Can you
million
believe it?
people at risk. Winds gusting up to 60 miles per hour. That could cause damage, bringing down trees, power lines. Also some hail. A few tornadoes are miles per hour. That could cause damage, bringing down trees, power lines. Also some hail. A few tornadoes are possible. We're looking at portions of the high plains and then back to the east into the Carolinas, the southern portions of Virginia where we could see some really
So I guess here on the East Coast,
as we look at portions of
they
the
have
17
tornado
This is on
warnings
Friday,
and
winds
stuff.
gusting up to 60 miles per hour once again. Could see some hail, an isolated tornado or two.
Hail,
and as usual,
rain.
we're concerned about that heavy rainfall as well. Allison? Right, Michelle Grossman, thank you.
It's kind of weird because it's on the other side of the
Ecuador
country. They're
tonight,
getting
a key
rain and
candidate for
hail.
president shot dead just days before the election. The assassination coming as the South American nation faces escalating violence fueled by organized crime. We want to warn you the graphic nature of some of the images you're about to see. Guad Venegas has the latest.
Tonight's shock and horror in Ecuador. A presidential candidate assassinated in the country's capital city just days before the election. At least 12 gunshots heard in the video as Fernando Villavicencio entered a vehicle surrounded by bodyguards.
Las mafias tienen los días contados.
Villavicencio was running on promises to fight organized crime and corruption, promising to take down gangs in a rally speech just moments before he was shot and killed. And just days ago,
So, Ecuador,
office confirming
a candidate,
other people, including the candidate for the
he's telling that,
legislature,
you
and
know,
2 police officers were
we're
hurt
going
in
to
the
take
attack.
these organized
Today,
crime.
police sharing images of the pistol, they confirm police officers were hurt in the attack. Today, police sharing
And
images of the pistol, they
A
confirm
couple minutes later,
was
they
used in the attack,
shot
as
him
well
and
as
killed him.
photos of the alleged 6 suspects that were arrested. An additional suspect was killed in a shootout with authorities.
Es un crimen político.
Ecuador's current president calling the killing a political crime akin to terrorism and saying it was an attempt to sabotage the election, still set to begin next weekend. The nation now under another state of emergency, just 2 weeks after one was declared over the assassination of a mayor in the coastal city of Manta. And
Pretty
deadly
brutal.
prison riots across the country. The constant violence between rival gangs inside prisons have left scores of inmates dead, prison guards even held hostage. Now, the nation again under a period of mourning as it fights a war
And
against
their
organized
prisons
crime.
are brutal because they
Joins
go to
us now
war
from
and
Tahoe
hundreds
Center in
of people
Miami.
die.
Guad, what do we know about the death threats this candidate says he received, and have we heard from the U.S. in terms of this particular
They're
assassination?
like brutal.
Allison, Villavicencio disclosed that the threats came from a known criminal who's currently incarcerated and is believed to be the head of the Sinaloa cartel in Ecuador. And the president of Ecuador has now confirmed that FBI agents are on their way.
Hey, Rosie.
Should be arriving in the next few hours to assist with
Oh,
the
that's what I
investigation.
heard.
Allison.
Guad Venegas, thank you.
Okay,
Next, we head
that's
overseas to
wonderful.
Iran, where 5 imprisoned Americans have been placed under house arrest. It is the first step as part of a planned prisoner exchange. NBC's chief foreign affairs correspondent Andrea Mitchell has the late details.
Tonight, 5
let's
Americans
go
are
smoke a
Tehran's
pot.
notorious have been imprisoned and temporarily under house
Tired.
arrest in Iran.
My belief is that this is the beginning of the end of their nightmare and the nightmare that their families have experienced.
Before they can come home, Iran will get $6 billion of its oil revenue for humanitarian needs. Eventually, the U.S. is also expected to release several Iranians from American jails. Held the longest, Siamak Namazi, a business consultant arrested in 2015. Murad Tabas, an environmentalist, was imprisoned in 2018 and his wife not permitted to leave Iran.
Tell us about the experience of having your parents there and not knowing how to get them home.
It's obviously been a nightmare that you couldn't imagine.
Imad Shargi was also arrested in 2018. His daughters told us last year the wait was agonizing, especially when a fire broke out in the prison.
We thought he was dead. We didn't get to speak to him for 2 days.
Moving the $6 billion for Iran's use could take weeks. Washington Post journalist Jason Mazayan, jailed in Tehran for almost 2 years, knows what they're feeling.
That kind of first taste of freedom, your
We'll
shoulders
go
start to loosen
to my
just a little
office.
bit.
The news
They
is a
don't
little
fully,
depressing.
relax until you're out
Let's
on
smoke
the
this
basis.
cannabis club.
A source familiar says separate talks could lead to an informal deal to freeze Iran's nuclear program, which U.S. officials have said is only
So came home, Tiger's over here, but I have not seen Baby Socks. Usually Baby Socks is here all the time, and I have not seen her. Well, we got a little bit of California sunshine here for you. So I planted some sunflower seeds where I buried blue, but only one has come to life, which is good. Well, Rosie's here now, so I can't really play it too loud. I'm hanging out at the office. We're gonna smoke this pot and see how good it is. So, if this sunflower seed's growing, it's already August, right? July, August, September, October, a couple months. So I went to the High Times thing, and then I found this seed company, and I wanted to buy some seeds. So they had Jack Herrera, 3 seeds for $25. Then they had a cheese, because I like cheese. So they had a cheese, 1 seed for like $13 or something. So I put it in the cart or whatever, but then I didn't know how to order it. Like, what happened to my cart? Where's the cart at? Like, put it there? I don't know how to do it. Put them in the ground, right? And I think they'll grow for a couple feet, and then I'll get a couple buds. But I need to do it now. I need to go to the hydroponic store, because I only want one type of fertilizer. I want to use Happy Frog, and put them in the ground. So it says it's from Southern Humboldt. It's really good. sometimes, like, this is much better than that indoor pot I bought. It tastes really good. Sometimes, you know, I think outdoor is better. If you know how to grow it, that's the thing, a lot of people, it's really shitty pot. But the pot we grew was really good. I think this is, yeah, that's why it won the Cannabis Club, or 7th place. Really good. Well, I'm gonna try to save some money this week, and by the end of next week, I'll have enough to get one. So, I want to go to the fair tomorrow, but I don't want to spend a whole lot of money. I think if I take all this wire back, you know, I might get $100, and that'll help. So this pot is really good, but we've had really good pot too, so it's pretty much you want it on this level. So yeah, Sean's been bugging me. He wants to go to Humboldt. I want to go, but I don't want to go on this bike because I went to the pot store and then just tried to ride it over the bridge, and the bike skipped so bad I couldn't even ride it up, you know, over the freeway. I had to walk it. So I definitely don't want to do that when I'm on a trail in the forest. And then, you know, for what I paid for it, I think it's worth it. You know, I should have got one a long time ago, because for the price, yeah, it's like an investment. Yeah. Thing is, I messed this bike up because I put the pedals on backwards and stripped it and destroyed the crankshaft, and then got it rinky-dink put back together to where it works, but it's not done right. It's not the right, you know, sprocket. And after a couple years, you know, things get worn anyway, so the whole bike is kind of a little worn. I just beat all the parts need to be replaced. The only thing that's good is the frame. And the handlebars. I think the shocks are still okay. The way it skips, I'm not sure if it's a sprocket or the derailleur at this point. Probably it would help if I got a new chain. But I don't have the original sprocket on there, so, you know, that's why it started skipping from the beginning when I fucked it up. Hey, Abbey Road. So we're smoking some Emerald Cup. So the Emerald Cup, like, they had it this year, but it was so expensive. It was probably $150, maybe $300 to get in. I'm guessing if you had a booth. I think for just your average person, I think the tickets were pretty high priced, like $100 or something. So I didn't go. This is 2022, so it's not even this year's Emerald Cup. But they have the Emerald Cup here at the fairgrounds in Sonoma County. So it comes here. It was just a little pricey to where the pot store down the street, I said, are you going to the Emerald Cup? He goes, no, fuck that, right? He has a business. So, selling pot. So, a little pricey there. Even for just a consumer. So, I know for a business, he's probably going to have to drop $1,000. Setting up his booth, getting it all together. But I'm sure he can make some money too. It is a beautiful day. We got some California sunshine. I think it's just a flavor because the pot we grew on the hill was just as good as this. The outdoor pot I have isn't as good as this. But yeah, this is like Humboldt County, and it is from Humboldt. These growers just know how to do it. It's like where I was. The farmers are the growers on the other side, and the growers on this side. They're all of them. You know, it's pretty much they got that same thing, and they just use Happy Frog and add a little bit of back warner to it. That's it. So it tastes good, but like when I came to LA, my friend sells indoor, like really good shit, right? So I sold a pound of my plant, my outdoor, whatever, right? Oh my God, they wanted more. I'm like, no, I'm not selling you anymore. That's it. But that's pretty good for a bunch of people that don't even know what outdoor pot is. And they're all like, oh, we love it because you've never had that shit before. That's super dank. Yeah. So I was kind of like impressed, you know. You guys would be willing to pay for it. What? Oh. I've not seen baby socks, so I'm kind of worried. Baby socks is always here, like always. I wake up, right there. Any kind of food or anything, she's like right here. She pays more attention to me than the other cats, but she doesn't let me pet her. Only in the mornings. Like this morning I got to pet her yesterday in the morning. But other than that, she just kind of look at me. So got a little bit of sunshine. So it's a taste that's really good. I like the thing because whatever the seed company is, Jack Carrera, right? It has cheese, like some kind of cheese. So when I went to this pot store, he says we have 5 seeds. They're all different, you know, he's got like different packages. $100. So you're looking at $20 a seed. But it's like me buying that dirt weed that's indoor. Like I don't know the pot strain. There's no way I'm gonna drop another $100 on something I have no fucking clue what it is. Because that last bag I gave There's a black girl. It could be a man. I don't know, but oh, just whatever you eat, and then.
I'm saying he got you a
really?
big burrito and chips with salsa and all that stuff. So.
Oh, who was
for
that?
You, Hobotron.
Hobotron.
Yeah, can you
Hobotron.
believe it? You have that whenever you want.
Oh,
She
thank
gave me
you.
some enchiladas. So.
Oh, really? You got enchiladas? Oh, that's awesome. Look, we got burrito. Hobotron, thank you so much. Right? I'm going to drink first, and then I'm going to eat. Thank you so much. Isn't that amazing? Right? It's just so neat because I'm kind of out there and stuff. But streamers and stuff, you get all this stuff like that people are nice to you and they send you stuff and then give you donation and stuff. It's a trip because it's still kind of weird. You know, I know other people do it and it's their job and whatever, but it's a trip because, like, who does that? Like, it's really nice. And the thing that's weird that I think is because I don't know who it's coming from. Right? Charlotte's a little different because I met Charlotte twice, so I feel more. I met her sister. I feel like there's, you know, a little. I know who it is. The other people I talk to, it's like I have no idea. You might sound like a woman, you could not be one. It's like I have no idea. For the most part, I think, you know, the people, I go, okay, you're girl, you're guy, stuff, but the trolls. And then looking back at all the stuff we got miracled, it's pretty amazing. Because, do you remember when I got laid off? So, got laid off at this job. So I was saving my donation money because I don't like fucking it off, you know. There are certain times, whatever, I might buy some beer or cigarettes or whatever, but I never really do that. There's a small percentage. That beer, this pot, I paid for it. I worked for it. So saving it and gonna go to Humboldt, gonna go see Buddy, right? Pretty much lost my job. Got unemployed. I didn't get my unemployment check yet. But anyway, got laid off. All that money I was saving in my donation money, it paid my rent. It paid my rent. It paid my phone bill. It paid my storage. Right? Because otherwise, what could you do? Right? The other chunk I had, I went and saw Buddy first time. So we went up and I spent all of it going up. So Sean could go, it's only this much and that much, but no. And I know we could camp out. My friend Keith said we could stay there. And it's summertime, might be a little busy, but, you know, let's just say I had my truck, right? You bet your ass I'm going to find a camping spot somewhere. So, right? May not be the one I want, but, you know, 2 days, so it's hit or miss. So you got to go really early, see if people leave. Because, you know, and you never know, maybe we can meet someone that's nice enough and let me camp on their site. But lots of families and stuff, so the locals would do that. Like, we were there and this one guy lived with his family because, you know, they didn't have nowhere to go, so they stayed at the campsites. And met this other interesting couple. But I like this camp spot. It's called Clam Beach. There's only 8 campgrounds, but it's on the beach. My friend works at Moonstones, or he kind of you know, has been the caretaker, and now they don't have a thing, but he still works up there. So we could camp out where he used to live, but I don't want to bug him and camp out on the beach. We've done it at Mad River. We've seen people set up their tents, but not for camping, like me. But I think Moonstone would be a good one. Just say, fuck it. You know, if you give me a ticket, well, it's the same as a motel room or whatever. Good luck if I pay it. And you're on the beach. Like, you can hear the water. Right, that's the best. I could show Sean my other camp spot under the bridge in the river. We got tweakers over there and tweakers over there. Well, maybe now they're fentanyl users. So whatever, it could be the tweakers over here and fentanyl's over here. Right? Alcoholics somewhere over there. And then I like Big Lagoon because I know the trails. Like over there, you have to take the freeway, but like going up these trails and around, there's one part so you're not supposed to ride. Yeah, good luck with that. And really, it's like therapy. You know, the forest is different on the beach. You got redwood trees, but I don't know how to explain it. It's just different. And you have these estuaries, and even a pussy off trail. Still, you could fall. Like there's some places you got to bring your bike over the thing because the cliff is, or the trail is falling into the thing. And then Big Lagoon, you would want a raft or something because it's a lagoon. Tapestry Tart, good to see you. Pancakes for breakfast, that sounds wonderful. See my memory. Hobo, I don't know who it is. And it bought me dinner. Right. So Rosie's tree's growing back. I don't know where Baby Socks is. We've seen one cat, so kind of, because Baby Socks don't go anywhere. Baby Socks is always right around here somewhere. And she kind of like a dog where she's always following me around or something. And so I'm kind of a little, because I don't see her. Won't let me pet her, but just like, like, yes, so I like my job. My bosses are really cool. And, yeah. It keeps me busy, it keeps me out of trouble. And then I get to eat, right? So I'm happy I get to eat good. And drink beer. Smoke some pot and stuff. But everything's going up. We went to Starbucks yesterday. It's $5 for a cup of iced coffee. We're not talking the nitro brew, right? So a large, they have 4 different sizes, I think. But the extra large one, we just get the large. We don't get the super duper big gulp one, right? It's like $4.55. So you could leave the change for a tip. It's $5. Yeah. So that's what it costs. The good thing about Starbucks is you could get a refill if you hang out. I don't know the people at Starbucks. Sometimes they'll let you dip in, come back, get a refill. Then it makes it worth it. Because you could leave $1, it's $6, 2 cups of coffee. Starbucks. Because we drink this other organic, the gas station, it just don't work. And then sometimes you could be too tired. Like I drank a cup of Starbucks, that shit didn't work. I was like, what is wrong? Because it would save me till noon, like many days, especially in Vegas when my bedtime is 7 o'clock, right, p.m. Like I can't go to bed at 7 o'clock. I don't know how I did it, but somehow I did. Yes, he bought me a nice dinner. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that a trip? You have to go to the DMV tomorrow to get a new picture taken for your ID. Are you going to get one of those new IDs? What are they called? A real ID or something? They got a different kind of ID. Going to get buzzed before I go so I could deal with it. Do you live in a busy place where it's, you know, where it takes hours, like LA or Hollywood, DMV? Good luck with that. I'll tell you a funny story. I was up north. Where did I go? I might have went to Quincy. I went to a small town. No. True story, right? Hold, let me get a beer. Yes. Oh, I wonder where it's from. We'll find it. Yes. It's huge. So this is up north, but in the middle of California. So we're on the west side right now. So we're almost near the beach. But it's still 5 hours north. But in the middle of the state. So, small town Quincy is... It's a small town, but it's supposed to be a bigger small town, right? So a little bigger, but a small town. So I'm like, I have to go to the DMV, right? So go to the DMV. It's like literally 5 minutes before they close or some shit. Oh my God. Went in there, filled out the paperwork, gave the thing to them. They wanted to go home. Took the picture, got my license. It was like 5 minutes. Okay, maybe 10 minutes. No, I swear. It was the weirdest thing because I'm from the city and you get a number. And you're going to have to sit there and bring a book or something. Ask them to give you one of those things like at the restaurant where it buzzes you. Disappear and then come back. It'd be like, yeah, not much fun. All right, hold on. So, invest in some gasoline, go find the smallest town around, and then it might not be so bad. Some Xanax. Right on. Cheers, Bobby Kimball. Are you from Canada, Toronto or something? It's probably like the big city. And you're all like, no, that's the last place. I have to drive 5 hours to find a small town. Canada's pretty big. You probably don't have to drive that far, maybe an hour. I'm guessing, even in LA, but you still, I guess you would have to go to Big Bear or somewhere. A couple hours, especially with the traffic. The tree's looking wonderful. There was one baby varmint that came out. Neighbor kids are playing basketball. I have to get all this wire together and take it to the thing. So I think I need to pull all my money out. I need to get a bank account. Tomorrow's the fair. Or I could hide it somewhere or keep it somewhere. And then I can't do it in 1 week, but 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. I think 2 weeks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in there and I'm going to give them enough money for just like a brand new bike, right? But we want a better one. And I say, look, just hold on to this money, because they say, no, we can't do that. We got like pay plan, or no, I don't want to pay forever. Just take this money. Let's say I get this bike. You keep it. I don't want to touch it because I cannot be responsible. I'll come back next week, and then whatever money I have, we could trade this one and get a better one, right? And then move up. So technically I don't need a lock because I could use this one. But I want to get a new lock and all that stuff, all the accessories. Well, that's good because you could drive. Me, I miss it. I love driving, right? And I drive like grandma. So I take my time. When I was a kid, we'd drive like an idiot. Oli, my best friend, he 90 years old, right? He got a Volvo. I'm like, Oli, we're being courteous. We're in Topanga Canyon. We're not in LA. Well, technically we are, but like, gotta be courteous. So, I drive too slow. I said, Oli, my car don't go this fast. Give me a break, right? He's 90 years old. So then, I guess we just didn't put it in gear quick. He said, pull over. You better hold on, like a race car driver. Calm down. And then, he did get in a wreck one time, and they got hurt when he was younger. But the way he drive. And Fran, his partner, poor thing, not a very good driver at all. Like, you should not have a license anymore, Fran. I'm sorry. And Oli, he shouldn't drive like a race car driver either. But when people get old and stuff, really stubborn, especially men. They don't want to take their life, even if they can't see or too many pharmaceuticals, whatever. They're like, you're not taking my license. Tiger, where's baby socks? I got sunflower growing at Blue's thing. We should go over there. I'm just charging my phone because it's dead. Because kind of like look at the news and stuff, and it's really sad. And I know the people here in Sonoma are probably really heartfelt too because they've experienced a really big fire. You know. I don't know if it's post-stress, it's been a couple years, but the first couple years, like the wind blows, we would be like, you know, that's what we would think of. Now we're a little more relaxed, but no, that's what it takes. So when the wind blows fast, really, and I smoke, but I'm really good, you know, but still. Do you guys remember the Notre Dame? Like, sometimes I act like Quasimodo, right? Go to church, drinking beer and stuff. It was on fire, right? And like old church, and then you could see the top of this sphere or something that crashed in fire. But now it's really neat because they're redoing it, right? But they're using old tools, like it's not machined or whatever, and they said each wood is, that's how they did it back whenever it was originally made. And so that's how they're doing it. And we watched something about it. It's really neat because, they're cutting it with these old tools like axes and things like that. There's no DeWalt's or Milwaukee's and stuff like that. And I don't know how they put the wood or the nails or however they do it, but so they're doing it to the original specifications or something, so to speak. No, because we know it'll cost us the same amount to get a new one. And I want to get a new one because then I have an insurance policy, right? Let's say I get a flat tire, I may not have time to go to the bike store. So I got this one, right? Let's say we could get one of my dumbass friends to go with me, right? Like, you take that one, and I cannot be responsible. Unless you got your own. Oh, you're power washing today? Oh, Deb. Hey, Deb. How are you? Right? It was really devastating. And, you would never think it would, hit a place like that. And I think, I'm not sure what it is, but the weather patterns are becoming a little more extreme. So, something in the air. And I think it's a little bit of everything. I think the earth goes through cycles, but then again, I know all the pollution, the earth has to protect itself because it's a living entity, right? We don't know because we think we know it all. We're smart and stuff, but like the interconnection of all these trees and the plants and everything, it has a different relationship than the way people think. And it's kind of like a magical thing. Like, I don't know how they do it. They all kind of, some things are different because plants are invasive. Usually, like in the Amazon, all of the plants respect each other and they all communicate somehow. Other places you get invasive plants and, it could be a problem. Same thing with, animals or insects or whatever it is, snails, frogs, whatever, fish. Bees, right? But the earth, we're all part of the earth, the animals, humans, but things that actually are from the earth, they're alive. Or it's alive. So, yeah. We go, the earth, it has no soul, or the sun, or something. You might want to open your horizons, because anything's possible. And, well, it sounds like you were busy, Charlotte. I'm gonna bring my bike over there. You can power wash it, right? If y'all like, check it out, right? I think it needs one of those. And where's my cat? Ooh, power wash it too. So I remember watching Napa. We know Sonoma because we were up north and we dipped through here. I was homeless or whatever, and I camped out here for a week or two, like 5 years ago. And somehow made it to the bay. Luckily, my friend sent me some money so I could go back home. Mama Crow. And when we came here, we knew it was pretty much Hispanic. We knew they had a mall and bus terminal. I remember that. The trails that I would walk and whatever were on a different side of town. I believe it was on that side. Went to San Francisco. Luckily, I don't think we get stuck there anymore because I always had my heart on San Francisco and we get stuck there for a minute because I like it. It's so pretty. But now it's kind of sad because all the drugs have turned into like LA. Like before, oh my God, it's still beautiful. But you don't see people with their crack pipes smoking right in public and stuff like that. And you know, before there were like certain places, but now it doesn't matter where you go. It's just like turned into a different kind of city. But I'm from LA and it's always been like that, so. But San Francisco, there was a time when it was a really beautiful, pretty city. Same thing like New York. New York is a shithole. I'd be scared to go there. Where would we be safe? At the museum? Where else would we go? I want to go to Central Park. Okay, let's, whatever corporate. It's so big. It's like, you don't know. Let's just say you go one down this block and like, because California got that at the beach. Okay, you're at the beach, all artsy fartsy shit. Like you go, a couple blocks this way and see how artsy fartsy it gets. So New York, it's like shit. You're scared to go. That's America. Those are supposed to represent like the best that we got. Like, you know what I mean? And it's scary. Like I go to Oakland, I'm gonna pay attention. Watch my back. San Francisco, there was a time, but nowadays, pretty much the same thing, but not really, because we always go to the whatever nicer places. But it doesn't matter, because we like that downtown nitty gritty, whatever it is. We don't care where it is because we don't know it. But I love it. Even when I go back, I don't get lost, but I think it's a beautiful city. It's just sad because America's turning to shit. And I think New York is really the Big Apple. LA is whatever. San Francisco is supposed to be like, and now look what happened. It's like, it's fucking sad. What big cities do you live near? I mean, what is that city like? So I'm guessing Charlotte would be Cincinnati, right? I don't know, but We don't really hear about them on the news, so those people probably know how to behave. But everywhere else seemed like a little crazy. We did hear about people in Ohio, but not really too much Cincinnati. I like doing that stuff. See, so you have to do the right. What is it called? What was that thing? Huckleberry Finn, where he painting the fence, or like say he said, Vicky, look, it's so much fun, right? And like therapy, like right. And then Vicky could do it, like power wash, like Power Ranger, power wash on. I'm a guy, so I love doing that shit, right? So you get your power, I get my power washer. Right, Huckleberry Finn. Why? Because I drink and then I eat later, which is probably not the best thing to do, but that's how I do it. I'm kind of a weirdo. I don't eat and drink beer. It's like I want water when I eat or something. So beer, you would think pizza, chips, maybe some chips, but I'm not a beer eating person. Like people eat and they drink their wine and stuff. So I get drunk and then I sober up to eat and like whatever. It probably makes no sense. It's Louisville, right? You can't say Louisville like my dad. Louisville, Kentucky. Oh, you grew up in San Diego. So San Diego, it's California. It's grown, and now it's a big city. So it's pretty much the main hub down south. Before, Californians know, but it's like, yeah, San Diego's grown. I've only been down there a couple times, but I like San Onofre. I think that's one of the best surf spots I ever been to. Right, Orange County, but it's right there on the border. Right. I'm not sure what county is the next county. Is it San Diego County? We have Orange County. Yeah, my nephew went down there. Yeah. And his brother. It was like my family. And they went down to San Diego. So I just have a certain routine, like how whatever, and I drink, and then after I get drunk, then I eat. And for some reason, I don't know what it is, but I don't enjoy eating and drinking a beer like most people. Right? Mom Crow, what do you think about that? Freak, right? Mama Crow, come over here, let me see you. So we got a bunch of Mama Crows. The other day they all came in my tree, right? We were like over 100, right? And then half of them stayed. Dude. Now they're chasing the sun. And sometimes they'll go to different trees. Oh, hello, Mom Crow, got more. That one, or the one over there. Mom Crow, come back, come in my tree. Hey, Greasy. So we're just chilling. The sun's gonna disappear. We could make a magic trick, make it reappear. Mom Crow. So we got lots of crows. I would love to thank the hobo for buying us dinner. Bought me and Rosie dinner. Rosie got enchiladas, right? Yum, yum. Canada, I would like to, because, you know, the further north you go, the forest, I know you guys had a huge fire, and I didn't really, because I have issues with CAL FIRE report, so to look all that stuff up, it's a little tragic, because somehow, some way, it hits home. So we didn't look it up. But yeah, I would like to go to Canada. I've been up to Washington, or the Columbia River, right? So it's Oregon and Washington. So we didn't go to Canada. The farthest north I've been is the Columbia River, right? So didn't really do anything in Washington. We crossed the bridge, went across to Washington, smoked some pot, whatever, and then drove back, and then, so that was my Washington experience. So we got an Oregon experience, but not too much Washington. Yes. Oh, I'm sure it will be. And then we got extra hot sauce and chips, right? That's wonderful. We're gonna munch out, but not right now. I have to water the sunflower seed, so we have a weed. I don't really care, so we water those things too. But we got one. I think I planted 4, and so one is better than none. So baby, you have to go see it. All right, we have this. All right, let's see how much life I have in this phone. Alright, we're at 55%, so we're good. Alright. We still have a little bit of California sunshine there for you. Would you look at that? Oh, Mom Crow, I don't have anything to eat. So, see, we have We have one sunflower, I believe. And then I believe this is a weed. So we're at Blue's. So we're hanging out with Blue. And I don't know where Baby Socks is. We have not seen Spot in about 2 weeks. We're gonna smoke a little smoke, drink a little drink. Oh, Mama Crow. Oh, they're all in that tree today. Mama Crow. So Mama Crow was in this tree today. Aeroplane. Oh, there it is. Hey, Mr. Pallone. How's it going? Yeah, baby sunflower. Where is it? It's right here. I'm not sure what that is. And can you believe it? We went to the record store and got Blue a Tombstone. Look. It's the male. Right? We're missing the female, but that's okay. Cute boy. So we have to study this. We should do a little more research because I don't know the history about it, and I think we could cheat. We've seen one similar, but we have to really pay attention to the detail. And Oh, look, I wrote Blue's name on there. My spelling. Tiger's here, but I've not seen Baby Socks today. Which is kind of weird because usually that's the first thing we see. So I don't know if she's busy, but Spot is doing the same thing. Better watch out. Look at all my junk. And we have to send this stuff to Patty Love. We've been slacking really bad, right? Alright, well, another day in paradise. Oh, watch the sun. We're all sunshine. So we got mama crows. We've seen a couple ducks. We were riding from the thing, and we've got 3 baby ducks. Not baby ducks, but a couple months ago they probably had like 10. And I think we've seen 3 out of those. They're growing up. They still look like female quackers, but they're boys. They're slowly gonna change colors or some shit. Oh, another plane. We've got another aeroplane. Where is it? It's right there. Just dream. I think it's time for a magic trick. Right? Where art thou, sunshine? Let's see. Abracadabra, Houdini. My vision and my bifocals deceive me. Where art thou, sunshine? Abracadabra! Okay, give it a minute. We'll make it reappear. We went to the fair, right? And the billy goat, he loved me, right? The billy goat, so spoiled. And I didn't stream it because we were at a different part, but a bunch of moo cows and billy goats, like all different kinds of billy goats. Some got, they predominantly don't have any horns. Some have horns, some got weird hair and beards, and others got ears and like. But this one, he like a midget billy goat, right? He's so small, but he eats so much, and he's so fat, like little round billy goat, right? Like, but midget, like, but it loved me, right? This thing. Oh, I want to go back just to see my billy goat. Shoot. But horses are coming. Hopefully I get behind. Let me volunteer and pick up horse shit. Right, pick out all the championship racehorses. Oh my God, when we're in Humboldt, all the horses love me, right? Except for this one stable. They had like 2 different horses or something in different stables. Them horses bite you. I don't know who owns them horses. But what kind of horse is that, right? That horse, he could bite you. Right? Like, what is your problem? And then we'll be like, oh, this horse loves me, right? Championship racehorse, the way it win, right? Like, that one, right? Oh my God, Jenna's horse bit me one time. We're like, oh, reaction, right? But we were so nice and civil, believe it or not. We didn't like smack it or anything, right? But we were like, bite me, right? I'm gonna bite you when I see you next time. Socks, you got that kind of attitude for some reason. I remember that. Next time I see you, I'm going to bite you. See how you like it. TAG, how's it going? We're waiting for my magic trick. Oh, we got commercials. Okay.
Make this the summer you started here and ended up all the way up here. The summer you gathered with a few friends and later a few hundred more. Found the perfect place to dive in and an even better way to dry off. Make this the summer of Jeep. Introducing employee pricing on all 2023 Jeep Gladiator models. Purchase and get $6,450 free below MSRP on the 2023 Jeep Gladiator.
Start your day with all the support you need in Skechers Arch Fit sandals. Skechers teamed up with
There you go. Well, would you look at that? See? Hey JR, how's it going? We got some California sunshine, right? Little magic, where art thou sunshine? Patience, right? Grasshopper. Oh, you like that one, Mama Crow? We're gonna make a salad. We're gonna put this nugget in there. "17 days to Vegas, so cool, you're gonna go to Vegas." Right on. Hopefully the weather's good, because you can melt over there. If it, like, too much sunshine, you better go inside the casino. Nobody go outside, right? And you don't want to sit down on the sidewalk or something, because you have to go to the hospital. Where are you gonna go? What you gonna do? Oh, you could go see OG, right? You could give him a swift kick in the ass for me. What do you think? Oh, he moved. That's right. I think he's on the East Coast now or something. Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah, I love LD. He's my bud. He was my friend, and then we had to move. Like, we only just met him for, like, hung out with him for like a month or something. We didn't really have any friends in Vegas either. Like, we had OG, right? I'm not on Instagram anymore. I don't know what happened. They won't let me on. They say I don't know my password or something. We like didn't go on there, right? And then we try to go back on there now and say whatever. Password isn't dead. So we're all like, fuck that. Because we tried it and did it and we couldn't figure it out. But we miss that stuff, right? Because I'll tell you why. Because Courtney Cox have Instagram, right? And they're friends with Jennifer and stuff, whatever, right? But she have little recipes, really easy, like tell you how to, like, not, you don't have to watch a whole show for a half hour, but like whatever she could, right? We miss that shit, right? Instagram. All the other was, oh my God, it drive me crazy. Like, there are too many people, then all these traps and all this weird stuff, right? Like, so that's why we said fuck that. And then when we said, okay, well, let's try to reapply or something, they said, password, wrong password or something, so don't work for me no more. All right. It's a different kind of magic trick. I don't know how they made my account disappear, but we need to talk to whoever owns Instagram or something. I'm looking for my rolling papers right here. Oh, you can't see it. I can see it. And we're going to smoke a little more smoke. We're going to drink a little more drink. Just chill out, listen to some music. That sounds really awesome. What casinos do you like to go to, right? I like MGM because they're nice to me. I like my little safe zone, right? Mama Crow. I like that Plaza Hotel. Main Street shut down. I like the Golden Nugget. I like the El Cortez. I like Caesar's Palace. What's that other one? We kind of go through there. And then now they got this mall. Like, they never had this mall. I lived there, like, back in the Cro-Magnon days. Old Vegas, right? Now I've got mall. The cool thing about it, I can ride my bike through that mall, no problem. Main Street. Oh, that's downtown. They got new casinos now. I haven't even been to that one, the Circa. But I like the Plaza. I like the El Cortez. We would go in those things. The D, we would hang out, you know, above the escalator at the D. Get Heineken's 2 for $4 or some shit. Right. Oh, they were smoking deal. Oh my God, Bob Buddy, he would stay at the Cosmopolitan, like, room with the view, right? And then he gave me some money. I was lucky enough to win because I said, we're going to play the Wheel of Fortune right in the front, right? And then, like, hit that thing, but we didn't walk. We cha-ching. And I made like $150. The other time, oh, that's when I still had money. Like, what happened? It said they profiled me. I'm sorry, my work boots don't look too whatever up to par. And they said you got room. No, my friend's right over here. We said we'll go over there, right? Like, it was the wrong part of the casino. They said, oh, get the fuck out of here. My dumb ass shouldn't have said anything. I said, fuck off, you're a bunch of queers or some shit, right? They said, don't come back. We should have just kept my mouth shut. Mama Crow. Oh my God, we got so many crows. Mama Crow. But I just had to open my mouth. Because my phone was at the thing, right? Couldn't miss Attila's wedding. Mama Crow. Oh, look at all your friends. You come say hello. There are a bunch in that one. Oh, they're flying from all directions. Oh, Mom Crow, oh, you got some in all the trees, too. Yeah, Fremont. I like it when you go further down where that, it's a bunch of containers, cargo containers, but it's like a little thing where they got restaurants and stuff. They got a praying mantis that breathes fire, right? So that's my pet dinosaur. And then we like this one bartender, right? She all had tattoos and looked a little kind of rockabilly or some shit. I'm not into girls that have tattoos, but fuck, I thought she was so hot. My dumb ass was sucking ass, walking around with my surfboard and shit going, where am I? That's a pretty happening spot, and I love the the music and the lights. It's really cool. They have different shows like The Killers, Green Day. They had a Green Day one. They had a Rush. They had where it play music in the over above in the lights. So I'll tell you a funny story, right? So we lived in Vegas 20 years ago, like old Vegas, where it was a street, right, on Fremont. So then they put this light show up, right? Oh my God. Do you know what a Christmas light looks like? So it was a bunch of dots. It was like dot matrix thing above Fremont Street, right? It was the best ever, because now it's all like high definition, or it's totally different. I swear to God, 20 years, like a bunch of Christmas lights up in the, but the thing, it wasn't on a loop. Now it's, oh my God, that thing would make so many patterns and like, right? They should do a retro, like when you first open and do a light show like that. Oh my God, it was the best. But anyways, they have Green Day, they have Rush, they have other bands, and then sometimes they have live bands there. So I like it. So it's now they have a brand new casino, the Circuit, right? So that's a really good spot. That's a fun spot. That's probably the best one, because that's where all the zoo factor is. Otherwise you're in a casino gambling or eating or watching a show. I want to see the Beatles Love, because they still have that in the Circus du Soleil. Very psychedelic, I think, and very whatever. We love that Circus du Soleil. We could probably watch it on the YouTube, but no, we want to go see it. So they have that there, and not all, but a lot of bands go to Vegas. I think it's the main hub. They come to LA, they go to San Francisco, and then they hit Vegas, or they go up north, or who knows. Sometimes they got weird schedules. They go back and forth. But I think residencies in Vegas are really, a big deal. Oh, you got to hit some golf balls. Right, JR? You go to the D, right? You've got an elevator, and it goes into the casino right across the thing at the D Hotel, where the elevator is, right? Heineken, 2 for $4. And then you got the zip line. I never did that shit, right? Zip line, you can zip line down Fremont, right? And then they got that big old wheel, like a Ferris wheel or some shit. We never did that shit either. Oh, that's right. We could send you the coordinate. Do you remember my office? Oh my God, it was the best catch basin, right? Because 360-degree view, right? Not far, right down the street, right, from where I live. Go there, practice, right? And we hit them down into the catch basin, and then we could just go scrounge them back up. I mean, depending how many we have, so. Oh, that was the best. And then at night, we'd be looking at that that military base. What is it, Nellis, or I don't know what it is. But we would see these lights, not like airplanes, like a big old giant drone or something, just hovering, like, and nobody pays any attention. Like, I don't see those in my neighborhood, right? And they're like, all right. I like the one, I don't remember the name of the place. They got Batmobile in the driving range. Right? First they had a Ford Explorer or something out there, 120 yards or 100 yards. Right? Then they put a van, so they got Batmobile in the driving range, right? Oh my God, we would make it in all those windows, like chink, like we would pound the thing, like, but like couldn't even enjoy it. Maybe we gotta go back. Maybe they won't remember me. We'll like dress up for. They go, oh, you smoke and you drink and you got it one-handed or some shit. The one guy, he complained, and that was the second time. The first time we went was about 10 stringers, and it was very ugly. It didn't work in my favor. Turn a little pink over there. So I'm not sure what's going on, but I have not seen Baby Socks, and I'm telling you, Baby Socks is like always bugging me, right? Won't let me pet it, but now I don't see Baby Socks, so I'm a little kind of, you know what I mean? Because when I come home, when I wake up, that's the first thing I see, right? I don't know where she is, so I'm a little clusterfucked, because it's, you know, Spot did that shit too, but she's much older, so you should stream it, JR, or video it, right? Document it. And there, you could do it because it's so busy. The casinos, they don't want you to go near their tables, but you could put your thing on the video, not the video, but the slot machine, right? So there's a baby varmint over there. Where's your mom? So these fuckers are still running underneath the lawnmowers. It's a good place to hide. You know, I swear to God, this cat better not be pregnant. Sometimes they do weird shit, disappear or some shit. No. So I don't know where this cat is. It's bugging me. But there's so many street performers, and it's kind of like a zoo. So if you're a real screamer, I think that's really good, because you go down there and like it's a lot of stuff going on. Did I tell you? Like, I don't know how old I am. It could have been 30 years ago. I don't know. Let's just say 20, right? Oh my God, they had the Christmas tree light thing on the Fremont Street light show. And it was the best. It was so dumb. Oh my God. And now we gotta watch Green Day or Rush or something, whatever stuff, right? Casino Chip Slide. Like, it was classic, right? I think it was the best, because they don't do it. And it was really done well, so it was not repetitious, it always changed. So whoever did it was amazing. I like to stream that stuff. Like, I'll be all looking not even high, because get no vitamins in Vegas, right? Be wishing, streaming and dreaming. They got all kinds of other stuff. They got like ecstasy and really cheap stuff, right? Like methamphetamine, dirt cheap, cheaper than Starbucks, like all kinds of shit, right? Except for the pot, not cheap, right? Alcohol is cheap. But I think we even did better in Vegas, because we got announced for $200 indoor, decent. So I don't know if I could get that around here. Here we're a little more, so a little more outdoor stuff. We've seen this band. What a weird band, but love them. We love them because they're girls. But look at the other people, like weird music. Oh, the ice cream man. So they got they got different stages. So there was always this country band, I don't remember the name, but they would do really good. And the one kid, but oh my God, he'd be out there dancing, like, and we would go out there and dance, and he'd be dancing. And I wanted to take the monorail. Like, they have a monorail. Like, you could go from somewhere. It's like, it was $7. So I don't know. But you could take a thing, and it's like Disneyland, right? And it goes through the casino. It goes from one side of the strip. I don't think it goes to the very end, like Fremont. But it starts somewhere, like, it's still a ways. And then it goes all the way to... Mandalay Bay or some shit, right? But it's like one of those things that, you know, it's not a train, a monorail or something, like Disneyland or something. And it goes through the thing, I want to do that. Didn't do that. Right? You can do that. You drink your beer and like go, we're going to Mandalay Bay and then go back to, but it doesn't take you to Fremont Street. It kind of puts you in some shithole like place like, that's where I want to be. You're on the strip, but it's like the ghetto side of the strip. Oh, right on. I can't wait to see it. JR, fuck yeah.
Where's the big stuff? Where is this stuff?
So we scored today with this outdoor. Really good. I guess if it's good enough for the top 10 cannabis club, right, we had to try it. But from my experience, you know, these guys have been growing 20 years. They know how to do it, right? Same thing. This one's got a different taste. But the quality is the same quality. It's high end, like, you know, like the best outdoor. Not the best, but a different level. You cannot really get the one hitter quitter, so, you know, but you have something that where it could compete with indoor. And it tastes different because it's more earthy or natural. Mine was earthy. This one's going to be out of a bag. A little different. Oh, right on, JR. Can't wait to see it. Thank you so much. But we had the best office in Vegas, right? Because we were outlaw driving range. Like, we never had a problem. We got some water. Not like, oh my God, we went through that tunnel, right? So the catch basin, right? Go over there, hit some golf balls, right? We love it because it's 360 view. But the water comes in through the on the north side of the catch basin, and it makes this little puddle of disgraceful water, like you don't want to touch it, right? So anyways, my dumbass is riding through the wash where it comes into the catch basin, right? So we're riding through the water. Oh my God, there's 100 crows, mama crow. And we slip and slide. Like, it was like butter. There was no, and we ate shit, and you could hear my bottle rolling around under the fucking tunnel. And my dumbass was like, oh, I'm thirsty. Like, what does that taste, right? My beer. So, I guess we actually got a taste of that outlaw driving range. That's the one we went through when there was a monsoon. So we knew the storm was coming or something. Dumbass, don't go to the cat because we're waiting for it. And flash flooding, you're you're retarded. It came. We made it. Good thing I didn't go through the tunnel. Yeah, because no. So whatever. And then riding my bike in the wash, and it wasn't quite a foot, but still, it was like a foot of water. Like I'm in the water, in the wash. We got so blessed. So here's a baby cat. Baby cat is over here. Oh, where is it? Can you see it? I don't know where Baby Socks is. Right on. Thank you, JR. We're hanging out right now in my new office. So the baby cat is eating. We have not seen Spot in like 2 weeks or something. So Blue, you know, disappeared. Waiting for Spot to show up, and Baby Socks were Tiger. So this one, Powerpuff knows. Oh, you can see the baby cat? Tiger, where's Baby Socks? That was like a ridgeback, right? You got like a little kind of stripe that runs down his back. That is Baby Spot, the third. Done good. Tiger. Tiger, your head cut off. That's okay. We did that to the band, Sammy Wynette and stuff. We cut your head off, Tiger. Not best cameraman right now. Well, that's awesome, JR. I think Fremont is lit. I like the, you know, the El Cortez, they have a machine where you could put quarters in. Like, now, it, like, piece of paper or something, right? Or your eyeball or something, right? Maybe your palm. Like, have you heard that? Like, not Home Depot, Whole Foods. They say palm print. You pay with your palm print. They're going to do that. Whole Foods. But you get quarters, right? So you put in the slot machine, quarters, whatever, right? Cha-ching, cha-ching, and if you, right? If the machine is nice, right? Then you get all the quarters that come out. Like an old Vegas slot machine, right? Because now they don't have that stuff. Like the AI robot, the digital robot. He's gonna take all our money. He said, but he's smarter. We could do that. He said, well, the humans do it, so we'll do it better than what's gonna happen. What do you think, Tiger? Oh, it is? We like the Plaza because I brought my surfboard in there. That was the first casino right next to the Greyhound or some shit. And then we were walking with this old guy, had all his stuff with the walker and stuff, and they were nice to us. And we had a couple beers, and it was the funniest shit ever, right? Because putting the money in the thing, we don't even know how it works. Like what the fuck, right? Like, don't even work. Like, don't know how to do it, right? And then this lady wins, like, a lot of money, right, over there. We should ask her to buy us around. But I forget how much she won, but she won, like, a nice payout. And we just got there. I got my surfboard and all my junk, and yeah, all the time. But we got a little bit of money, right? Drinking beers and shit. And it was great because all I give a shit is if you're nice to me. They might look at me, but really nice. What you do with that surfboard or some shit, like, because you try to do that at Wynn Casino or another RC Parts Casino. Go, hey, cocksucker, let me see your ID. You want to see? Let me see your ID. Oh, you gonna escort me out? They do that stuff now. So good thing we did that dance with my sleeping bag. Went through all those casinos and could figure out which ones are nice to me. Because if you're not nice, then last thing I'm gonna do is spend $1 in your shithole establishment. The other one, like, whatever, right? And we would go to the Palms, playing penny slots, won like $100. So drunk, it was the funniest shit ever. So I got to go work, but we partied all night drinking. I worked for a landscaping company. Right? They got a pool. We're cleaning up this whatever thing in Vegas, right? Like, I passed out on that lounge chair at the pool, and the fucker comes and wakes me up at noon and goes, hey, fucker, I'm gonna call your boss. And my boss, he didn't really like Californians for some reason, because he didn't have what it takes, because you suck, right? So he didn't like me from the get. But he gave me a job, and we're like, whatever, I'm gonna get fired, right? And then he's all like, hey, tomorrow, just, I forgot what he said, but he was like, the only time he was nice, and that's such a fucking asswipe. But it won like $100 and something playing for anything. Yeah. The Orleans. Yes, the Orleans. Oh my God, that that one I think my roommate worked at. Right. I like that pyramid one, right? Go in there. It's weird, right? Pyramid. And then the mall, you got the mall. You have that one thing where the pirates are, Treasure Island and stuff, and they got what is it? The cowboy thing, urban cowboy. Gillies, right? You got pirates, and then you got the light show at the other one, and you got Volcano, and you got sharks, right? You go inside the casino, like these nice ones, and like sharks, and like we just trip out, like no vitamins, right? Because we like watching that shit. We watched this other thing the other day with like underwater stuff, and they all look like monsters, right? But sharks, so they got different kinds of sharks, so we love to watch all that stuff. The Orleans, that's where I would go. That was my casino. Right? Oh, look, this one, he got a tuxedo and socks. Oh, here comes the other one. I don't know where Baby Socks is. That's where I would go, and then I would go to the sports bar, right? But they don't have Heineken drink. You got Budweiser's. Drink Budweiser. But they were nice to me. I think we won some money, right? Playing the slot machine or something. And then we bought Miss Jenna a bootleg cubic zirconia or something. What do we do with that? I like to get t-shirts. Do I have a t-shirt from there? I don't think so. I might. Oh, all the 3 baby varmints are out. Can you see all 3 of them? So they're... It's a doggy. I don't know where Baby Socks is. There's another cat over there meowing. Cat, he could climb a tree. And they're part of the rodeo circuit too. You know, the Plaza has it. South Point. The Orleans, because it has that arena. Golden Nugget a lot, but there's no really any rodeo something going. Yeah, so the Orleans. We would go there because I could bring my own beer, and we know where the smoking section is, right? So go over there, drink beer, smoke a pot, whatever, like, say a fucking thing. Main Street, I like that one because the way it looks inside. Yeah, it's like the Wild Wild West. So I love that one. They also have the same thing like a Cortez, where you can put quarters and some machines there. I have a Bud Light or some shit, I swear. T-shirt for the Super Bowl or something. So we're fucking off right there at the Main Street because I like that. It goes to the other one, so Hawaiians. A lot of Hawaiians in the other one. Like bridge cross street. But I love the Main Street because it looks like the Wild Wild West. Like the architecture. I don't know what happened COVID. I don't know if they closed it down. But love that casino. And they're nice to me too. Right. Fucking around Super Bowl. And the guy, he goes, "You got a t-shirt?" The bartender, right? Like, yeah. Like, but whatever, right? Hey, Greasy. Oh, you can see them? They are fun because they bounce around. Now they're eating. I don't know where Mom's is. But it bothers me because I know my cats. They're not my cats, right? But Baby Socks, it's like the first thing I see when I come home. When I wake up, same thing. So the thing is not around here. So, the thing is already, so it can't be pregnant again, right? They're grown up. We're gonna. Mom, we're gonna catch you. We get you. I think we'll just let them be wild. I don't really have that much dedication. I'm trying to. That's right, Greasy. We're looking for the Mad Hatter. Well, let's see. What day is it? Well, tomorrow's Friday. It's almost Friday. Mama Crow, be responsible. Grind it. Tomorrow is the weekend. Mama Crow, you have so many friends, and it's cloudy here. So we have one big kind of. Mama Crows love it. They're flying around in all different directions. Mama Crow, I'm so happy to see you, Mama Crow. I'm sorry we don't have anything to eat. Oh, we do. Oh, we got wait, Mama Crow. It's too late. I would stream it or record it, video it, something, right? You could document it because, right? My friend, he said, you make documentary films, right? He said you gotta document it, right? He said you gotta write about it, sing about it, like video it, take a picture, do something, or else it never happened, right? So we're developing my film, and we have film that's so old, we could still develop it. But we could go, oh, whatever it is, but we don't know until we see it. And then we'll be all like, I don't remember, but when you look at it and you see what it is, you go, oh, I remember now. And you go, you know what I mean? It's like a time capsule or some weird shit. I don't know. So we're going to go pick up some film. One says Sasha. I don't know if it's a DJ. The other one, it's Does Your Mama Know? So it's my friends at Does Your Mama Know. And then I have another one that says Kim Basinger. But the only time we've seen her was at a book signing. So it wasn't her thing. She was sponsoring some kid. Or, yeah, that wrote a book. Or some shit. At Book Supers. Oh, the baby cat. Let me see you. Tiger, where's baby socks? Where's the baby socks?
There's new packaging needs when part of you wants a crispy, crunchy fresh, and part of you wants melty, smoky pepper. Both use, win big. You pick 2 and get 1. Only at Connect. $1 delivery fee on our app.
Oh, the baby cat. See you. Alright, I'm drunk. It's messy, yeah. We feed him dry. We're gonna get him some other stuff. So we just have to wait. Sunday we'll get you some really good stuff. And we have to start getting cat food because we got miracles, right? And then what happened? We all disappeared. We got to get more, so we're gonna start like that. We said we're not gonna put. You got feed them. Oh my God, can you see them bounce? They were so funny. Hey, where you get all that energy from? Where you been eating? Let me have some. Oh, we got bear stuff. Bear stuff, you little varmints. Can you see them? Like rabbits. We could put ears on you. How do you jump that high? And we got some thanks that to Patricia that the baby cat's got this special cat food for baby cats. Got milk, like I don't know what kind of milk, but some kind of milk in it and stuff. We're waiting for baby socks. Where's Spot? Have you seen Spot? Well, let's see what's on the menu. Fancy feast, tender chicken feast for kittens. It says with real milk stuff. Voila. doggy. Trash.
Our company Repurpose has a really cool mission. Get rid of plastic from the environment. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, our office is all paper. And nobody wanted to file the paperwork, print checks, mail them. It was a cool format. We don't do that anymore. Now we've got Bill. Bill saves us paper and time. No matter where our key players are,
Oh, we have commercials.
goodbye plastic, goodbye paper. Automate your finances with Bill.
Alexa. Some baby cat. Right, there's one here. Alright, let's see the baby varmints. Tiger. Have you seen baby socks? Oh, more commercials. Here comes the other one. Baby socks is over there. Why are you hiding? Baby socks. We're worried about you. We're in bed. Right? She over there hiding in the bushes. Have you seen baby socks? I mean Spot? So, I swear to God. What is wrong with you? You got a date? Where you been? She said, I'm busy. What the fuck are you doing? She said, I'm tired. Watching these little varmints. She woke up. She said, good evening, little vampire. Oh, what movie were we watching? It was a dinosaur movie, right? But it was a weird one, right? What kind of dinosaur is that? It was like a monster, but a dinosaur. I think we're gonna watch vampires tonight. We think vampire robot. We think, right? Vampire robot. Do you want to watch a movie? Baby Socks? Right, worried about these things, John. It's not my cat. So Spot, it's been about 2 weeks. So Spot, I'm not sure what Spot's doing, but hey, Greasy. Yes, we love that, right? Universal. They had the Creature as a Black Lagoon. We should watch that when I watch it when we were a kid, right? I think the actor passed away. Like, that's a Universal one, right? We get the comic books and stuff. Like, I'm kind of old, right? Like, can you imagine having all them comic books with, like, old ones when we were a kid and stuff? When we go to the record, we avoid the comic book section. Yeah. He said they're going to have some new tools. We said we want American Craftsmen. He said we're going to get some American Craftsmen, right? Like, you got to go to the record store to get American Craftsmen. You can't go to Lowe's or somewhere or try to, right? You got to go, like, somewhere else. So, I think we're just going to wait. We probably shouldn't go there, because then we might have something I want. But got a dragon. I haven't read my Bible. We were really kind of not into it, but we were into it enough to read it. And now we kind of slacked and we don't read it. We should do that stuff, especially on the 7th and the 1st day. Baby Socks. Oh, can you see the little baby varmints? Wolfman, the Mummy, The Bride of Frankenstein. Oh, can we watch that one for you? Right? We love that one, The Bride of Frankenstein, right? Frankenstein, the poor monster, bad monster, but he don't know. So your brain abnormal, right? Oh, do you see him jump? Look at these little things. Baby Socks. Look, they're so funny. They just play. They're playing. They climb that tree over there. Let's see if we can. The creature from the Black Lagoon, right? I'm drunk. I'm hungry now. I'm gonna munch out. What do you think, baby socks? Where have you been? You been resting your weird little head? Oh, you can't see this little varmint. He's rolling around and stuff. They are cute. They're still babies. But we caught one of them. This thing was like a little baby Simba. Like, so well behaved. Like, yeah, just looking at me, right? Like, now look at what happened. Now how are we going to catch it? How are we going to catch it? Now they run so fast. What did you do? Oh, Bad Bunny. I thought it was Bob Bunny for a minute. I was going to get all excited. We're hanging out in the Bat Cave. I could see the little varmints, right? Because they got Superman eyeballs. You can't see them, but I can see them. They're cute as fuck. Oh, we've seen some rabbits at the fair. We want to go back to the fair, right? I want to see my billy goat, right? The billy goat, he's loving. Charlotte, I think you could like paint on the shirt, right, with the markers, right? Like, we think. Baby Socks, where have you been? So we have not seen Spot in about 2 weeks. And we're going to keep the faith because cats do that, right? But Spot is supposed to eat first. We don't care about you, that they only because it's Spot's friends, right? So I don't know how old I am, but I'm going to cheat. I'm going to tell a little white lie tomorrow and say I'm a senior to get the fare for $1. Right? We think. And then I'm going to bring my own beer. And if I can't get in, well, guess what? I'll go drink my beer outside the fair and try to get in another way. You got horse racing. I don't really want to fuck off. I could get lucky, but I want to see the horses because I'm worried when it comes to horse racing and some people, they sell you stuff where they're the favorites because they're like racehorsey people. They, like, really good. You can do it that way. Me, no, I want to go see the horse. That's how I do it. See what horse I like. So it may not be the best strategy, but it works. We just play for fun, and that's how we do it. Beers are a little pricey, so we're gonna have to bring my own. And if not, let's see, how far is the other golf course? Oh shit, we better go early. Oh, look at the funny varmint. What are you doing? Like you need a dance move? So Baby Socks finally came to eat. So now we got a little tribe of little rascals, the baby varmints. Yes, I want to see Buddy. So, we have goals. So, stick to my guns, new bike, new life. Then we'll go see Buddy. I need a vacation, right? So when this job ends, maybe we'll get lost in the forest for more than a couple days. Buddy, he loved me, right? And then Miss Janice sent me pictures of Buddy. We love him. And Buddy, you know, he a horse, but he remembered me. He loved me. Socks, I'm gonna bite you. What do you think? Nose. I don't know what horse it was. Whatever it was. You can't bite me. And then they bite Buddy, right? Poor Buddy. They bite him butt for, like, a girl horse, Buddy. Can't let that horse do that, right? Fuck. We met this billy goat at the fair, right? Tiger. He is the most handsomest billy goat, right? Like, he loved me, Tiger. It's different. You know, spoiled. Mama billy goat and grandma billy goat, they only, I think, because because Buddy got special sauce. That's why. Not same thing. Got bribe carrots, apples, whatever. Crazy. Buddy, he don't care about that stuff. Tiger, same thing. Like Monkey and Gabby. What happened to you guys? Right? Baby Socks, where have you been? Have you seen Spot? Yum, yum, I'm hungry now. Alright, you little varmints. Yum, yum, huh? Good stuff. I think we're gonna watch a vampire movie. Alright, so not a whole lot going on. I'm a little drunk. And we would love to thank Miracle. Baby Socks. All of a sudden now, you hungry? What you doing? You see, where's Tiger? a feast. Oh look, we have all of this extra hot sauce. Yum yum. Chips. We're gonna save some for Mama Crow. Mama Crow like chips. Alexa, are you awake?
Yes, I'm here.
Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 9:03 p.m.
Oh, thank you, Alexa. Alexa, how was your day? Alexa, how was your day?
I'm feeling enlightened. I was wondering how lightning worked. Then it struck me. Happy Thursday.
Okay, Alexa sometimes says the darndest things. It struck you like lightning? So, Alexa, if lightning came down from the sky and struck your brain in the cloud, what would you do? Alexa, I'm talking to you. Oh, it's still warm.
Still One is a YouTuber with 1,400,000 subscribers. Since creating their channel on May 20th, 2019, they have received 257,506,324 views on 535 uploads.
Okay, we missed that one. Who is it, Alexa? Who's not? You want to watch a movie? Can you see the cat? We're dancing against the wall. Alright, let's say great. Good, thanks. Thank you, Hubble. I'm sorry, I don't remember. For this wonderful meal today. And everyone in my chat, thank you guys so much. And bless this food, amen. And we have just that. Right. Alright, we're gonna try to find a vampire movie or a robot movie or something. Hot sauce in that. Yum yum. Watch out. We got chips and dip. Very fun. The X-Files.
It really sort of fortified the fact that I'll always be looking, and I was passionate about looking after guests with a high...
I think it's Dubai. We'll watch it because the architecture, let's see. Oh, it's a movie? No, we want to watch documentary. Yum, yum. Appetizer. Oh, you can't see it. We're all good out. A little bit of water.
For more than 10 million tourists each year, Dubai has become the place to go for a touch of indulgence. It was 25 years ago, with oil reserves running low, that Dubai's ruler had a vision to turn the small Gulf nation into a luxury holiday destination. But what he needed was a landmark to put Dubai on the international map. The answer was the Burj Al Arab.
You think you're dreaming? Wow. Is it really real?
Standing over 304 meters tall and costing an estimated $1 billion to build, the Burj offers extremes in opulence for those that can afford it.
Is it going to be kings and queens from the Middle East, the sheikhs and sheikhas, or is it going to be Mr. and Mrs. Honeymoon, Mr. and Mrs. Prize Winner, Mr. and Mrs. Let's spend the inheritance kind of thing?
Just insanely beyond what I call normal rich people. It's just, they are the super elite.
But in the cutthroat world of luxury hotels, what does it take to satisfy the most demanding of guests?
I don't care about the price, just find it for me.
This is really a problem, huh? If we need to carpet the whole beach, we'll carpet the whole beach.
No, you will be here because guests will come from here.
If I was to ask you for 5 brands of luxury handbags, what brands would you offer?
As their 15th anniversary approaches, can one of the world's most expensive hotels prove they are still top of their game?
No one expected the police to come with the bomb squad of dogs.
I want luxury. My guest wants luxury. I want to hear Prada. I want to hear Louis Vuitton. I want to hear Lacroix. I want to hear anything else under the sun apart from Zara and H&M.
On the southern coast of the Arabian Gulf stands the iconic Burj Al Arab. Shaped like a giant sail, the hotel was designed to reflect the region's seafaring past.
Oh, to make it look like a penguin. It looked like a penguin.
Built just offshore on a man-made island, the Burj is one of Dubai's original super luxury hotels.
A man-made island, they do that sort of thing.
Good afternoon, concierge Burj Al Arab speaking.
Australian-born Oscar has been assisting guests at the hotel for the last 5 years.
This is concierge. This is my nest. This is my home. This is the heartbeat of who I am and what my operations and what the team does for me. Everything pretty much happens here, as well as looking after and managing the daily heartbeat of the hotel lobby.
Yum, yum. Thank you so much.
This is a very photogenic moment here, with the fountains.
It's a miracle meal.
Surrounded by luxury boutiques here as well. So this is that moment where people capture literally their location. They've arrived.
To keep the guest experience as exclusive as possible, the Burj does not offer any budget rooms.
Burj Al Arab is an all-suite hotel, 202 grand suites within the hotel, distributed within 25 floors. Every suite actually is double-story or duplex.
Which means?
Starting from around $1,300 a night, guests will find the most expensive suites higher up the hotel.
This is the top floor of the hotel. This is the floor for the royals.
Wow.
At a heady $15,000 a night, the royal suites are 8 times the size of an average home and offer occupants the most unrestrained furnishings and decor.
It's a celebration of travel, of sourcing beautiful fabrics from Europe and Africa as such. So it's a real melting pot, and Dubai is always like a trading destination, especially via the seas.
The climax of opulence is reserved for the master bedroom.
Opulence. What does that mean, Alexa?
Of course, a rotating bed, as every king would like to have.
Why do you think you need a rotating bed?
It may not be useful or practical, but it's just something special. It's something that no one else has. And it's memorable.
Oh, it's so good.
Creating a memorable stay at any hotel begins with the arrival.
What's going to happen now in the afternoon, we've got 2 critical groups checking in. So one will be a Chinese group, but they're actually arriving in Ferraris. Managing this driveway is very critical. For many, it's their first impression.
The Chinese, they drive Ferraris.
To reach the entrance of the hotel, guests must first travel approximately 300 meters across a private bridge.
I see it as a catwalk.
It's all
of guests
Bentley,
coming in and out.
Rolls Royces.
Beautiful guests, delegations, group guests.
Of the 1,500 staff at the Burj, there are over 70 dedicated
those are
to make
Bentleys.
the arrivals run as smoothly as possible.
There are lobby hostesses. They're recruited literally from around the world. Their minimum height needs to be 160 centimeters tall. We can give or take a couple of centimeters, also depending on the culture and the languages that they're offering. The doormen, again, I recruit from around the world. They need to look handsome. They need to physically be 6'1" tall or 185 centimeters tall. So a lot of the times when I'm interviewing and recruiting, I'm physically need validation from your passport to ensure that you're actually tall enough, because I can't bring someone over and they're 5'8" like me kind of thing.
Hey, let's go somewhere fun. Let's see where AAA can take us. Let's go get stuck in the sand. Let's go sleep under the stars. Let's go for dinner and a show. No kids.
Oh,
Let's
I
go stay at a
triple
hotel for less. Okay, let's bring the kids.
I don't have it anymore.
But first, let's get this fixed.
With 24/7 roadside assistance, trip planning, hotel discounts, and more, you're always ready to go. AAA, your membership to go.
So we're going to be grandparents.
I really like having you in my life.
We've taken out tanks, now we got cars flying in the air.
We just have to go to a place where no emoji has gone before.
We protect the people we love, no matter the cost.
What if I'm not the hero? What if I'm that guy?
We're going to Indianapolis, Ted! I don't believe it!
Alright, hold on, baby stocks. Let's see.
I'm your overly competitive brother.
Check.
Safe.
Really? Dude, that's a foul!
But now you're ready to settle a score. And if you don't have the right home insurance
Oh,
coverage,
silly.
well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate.
These Reese's Cups are now filled with Reese's Puffs, which
I
begs the
want
question,
some candy.
how much Reese's is too much Reese's? But who's begging that question? Try Big Cups. They're stuffed with more stuff.
Oh my god, it's so good.
I have to handle the traffic, I have to handle to greet the guests, to receive the luggage, check in, check out. There's a lot of things I have to do, not only to stay as a tall and handsome guy.
The hotel employ over 70 different nationalities to cater for their international clientele. Food and beverages manager James is from Birmingham, England, and has been in hospitality his whole life.
I've never seen someone put gold on a cappuccino in my life. Never. And it's because we can, because we should.
James and his wife Sally moved to Dubai looking for a lifestyle change. Initially only intending to stay for a year or two, they've now been here for 6.
It's gorgeous. Get up, go to the beach, go shopping, which obviously you can't do that in Birmingham. It's so safe here. You really don't hear about any crime.
We haven't locked the door in
in the last 3-4 years. I couldn't even tell you where my house key is. And that is...
You don't lock your doors in Dubai.
Having fallen in love with Dubai, James and Sally are missing
you
only
can
a
leave
few
your stuff
home
out in the
comforts.
thing all day.
We could pick
Take
those
it,
and
cut your
bang
hand
it
out.
up and just
Pop over here. Yeah.
that would be ideal.
What else do you miss?
Oxtail soup.
Taking the brunt of the guests' demands is the concierge desk.
Yeah. We're still looking, so give us a few more minutes, yeah?
Oh, so you
Alright,
like
thanks,
the female one.
Okay, Jen, hi.
Assistant concierge manager Ekaterina has been at the hotel
Oh,
for
we
nearly
like
4
her.
years.
I'm from Romania. I studied tourism all my life. I really love being a concierge from the first day. I learned in school about these magical people that will pull tickets to the theater from nowhere and will get you the last table in a restaurant. And I thought this very amazing and fascinating.
Before Ekaterina
Right.
joined the concierge desk, it was an all-male team.
In our world here, you need to have a woman. We'll always have a woman now at the concierge desk because there's so many delicate questions that will come
But I don't
from
want
a lady or
male.
even from a man that will not feel comfortable to discuss it with another man.
One such delicate situation has just arisen. A male guest has called to say he wants to propose to his girlfriend when they arrive later today, and he wants to propose in the most romantic possible place. Over 200 meters above the lobby is the alternate entrance to the hotel. Ekaterina has arranged for the guest's helicopter arrival, but has also been asked to track down a very important package.
When I asked him what would
I'm in
be
heaven.
so important that has to
I'm
be
so
there
happy
on
because
arrival, he said that
so
it's
good.
his engagement
Yum,
ring.
yum.
For me, more important now is if we get the ring and I get to go up there on the helipad and hand it to him without her suspecting it or anything.
The only problem is, the package is delayed in customs.
Would you be able to tell me what's happening? Do you think in about 2 hours we'll be able to find out what's the status of this parcel? There's been no update since 11 o'clock. They can still stop it at the airport. They can still refuse to hand it to us. We'll see. It's quite stressful, and we're hoping to have it in time for the proposal.
While Ekaterina chases the package, the couple's personal butler is
Ekaterina.
preparing their suite with what the hotel refers to ominously as a romantic turn.
Ominously.
I'm not placing
Alexa,
only
what
the
does
rose
ominously
petals. It's
mean?
love from our side.
Here,
Ominously is an adverb usually
Imported from
defined
Colombia and
as,
Kenya,
in an
there will
ominous
be no
manner,
less than
with sinister
5,000 rose
foreboding.
petals covering the couple's suite.
Hopefully, when she will see this all surprises, she will be saying, yes.
Do you think we could come and pick it up ourselves?
Baby socks.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a good day. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
With the package through customs and on its way to the hotel, the arrival team prepares the helipad lounge.
Right now, this is a very special moment, which is a romantic moment. So we are going to serve the guests this champagne. By heart, we feel something which is I cannot explain. I'm speechless.
Can we please scan this parcel?
Finally armed with the ring, Ekaterina heads to the helipad with just seconds to spare.
Helipad.
Please, nobody steps on the red carpet.
The Burj Al Arab, or Tower of the Arabs, was designed to attract the rich and famous from around the world with the promise of extreme opulence.
Now it's getting exciting.
Opulent. Extreme
But not all the
opulent.
visitors are wealthy. Arriving by helicopter is an American fireman who has saved up to propose to his unsuspecting girlfriend on the hotel helipad. To avoid suspicion, Ekaterina's concierge is delivering the ring still inside the courier's box.
Good morning. Welcome to Burj Al Arab. Yes, your parcel has arrived. There's an open sleep over there.
Hey, let's do this.
Oh my god.
Showing me a love that I didn't know was possible. The years it just keeps getting stronger and stronger. We know we're forever. I think it's time we let everybody else know. Do you want us to do it? Sure.
It's done! It went perfectly. She said yes, she was surprised. And I think it was very unique to propose via a box, a different kind of box. Thank you.
Thank you very much for making all that happen.
Oh, you're welcome. It was my pleasure.
Chris has taken time off work in Afghanistan to treat girlfriend Barbara to her first stay at the hotel. The journey from the airport alone has cost him over 2 weeks' wages.
I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what's happening. I'm so excited to stay at that hotel, and now this, and now I'm engaged.
All right.
After its construction 15 years ago, it took 250 designers from around the globe to complete the hotel's interior decor. This included 24,000 light fittings and over 130,000 gallons of paint. But 15 in Dubai years makes the Burj an old man. Preventing the hotel from losing its shine is a continuous operation.
Cable management here, okay? I don't want to see this cable like this. Please, I want to check and properly the angle here.
In charge of the hotel's upkeep is 65-year-old Munir. He's been with the Burj since it opened.
So you're describing the relationship you have with the building? It's like you're asking me like you're asking Romeo about Juliet, my dear. You know, I mean, you know, it's my nest. It's the nest of my soul. All this crystal by Swarovski. This is by Swarovski. This is Swarovski. And again, all the lighting in here made by Swarovski. Yeah, the floor is the leather. It's a pure leather. It's not just plastic. It's a leather. I mean, to maintain this, we buy every year the whole set because these high heels and everything. Now you see this one. This is flash. There is an electronic device there. You can see it's not hard. When you push, every year this has to be sent for gold plating. You know, the fittings, you know, it's just very nice.
Throughout the year, there is often an entire floor closed to guests, allowing for a continuous maintenance cycle.
Morning, lady. How are you, Maria? Not bad, not bad.
Gold is a recurring theme throughout the Burj. In addition to the gold plating, the hotel contains over 2,000 square meters of 24-karat gold leaf.
You might say, why you spend too much gold leaves? Because the gold leaves is metal and it will oxidate after 1 month or 2 months. So if I have to do the touch up in here, I have to do the whole leg. You do the whole leg will be different color than the second leg. Then I have to do the 4 legs. You do the 4 legs, you have to do the backdrop. If you do one chair in the suite, it will look different than the other chair. So we have to do everything.
Why is there so much gold in the Burj?
That's a good question. The gold in this place, I can describe it in one sentence. It is to represent the majestic Arabian culture.
I like the way you talk.
For some, the color of Arabian culture can be infectious. The Burj's gift shop capitalizes on this lust for luxury.
Here at the Burj boutique, where we have a lot of exclusive items created especially for us.
I'm watching the
Indian-born Gopal has been with the hotel for nearly 3 years.
Starting, if you see, our Burj logo have been converted into a jewelry, which is a platinum and a gold. This is again a very popular item. As you see, it's a gold iPad. So far, we've sold it to a lot of Russians, a lot of Chinese, and a couple of British guests as well.
How much are they?
The iPad can cost $10,000. So I'm pretty sure I can't afford that piece.
Is it a form of intoxication?
I haven't American.
It is. You know, when you come in, you think you're dreaming, or you're in a dreamland.
A lot
actually,
of Chinese, okay.
Because you could never imagine some things could exist like that. And when you really come in and you say like, wow, is it really real? And am I dreaming, or I'm just in a in a different world?
Does it get you high?
Yeah, probably yes. I wish I could take one with me.
Today, Gopal is receiving a new consignment of gold-plated mobile phones, commissioned especially for the Burgess 15th anniversary.
You know, we put your 15th anniversary logo on the box.
Yeah.
And that's gold plated, obviously.
Exactly.
So this is black gold, so it's laser cut.
Yeah.
Then it's laser engraved. Yeah. And then we polish
black
it.
gold.
And then we plate it in gold.
Amjad from Scotland runs a London-based company specialising in gold-plated luxury items.
We've left the logo in black.
Dubai has become one of their most important markets.
I think it's overtaken, I know it sounds harsh to say, but it's overtaken London, it's overtaken New York. Everybody's into bling, and gold is the ultimate precious metal. We work with the rich, the famous, captains of industry, royalty, Justin Bieber. We've just done some stuff with the Kardashians and the odd ex-president.
Justin Bieber.
Always two there are.
Oh, Star Wars, the new Star Wars on stream.
Be mindful of the living force, young Padawan.
We haven't seen it.
One must destroy in order to create.
Master.
Buckle up.
Past on what you have learned. That is the true burden of all masters. Ahsoka original series streaming soon on Disney Plus.
Agent Alex Walker. He turned over a new leaf. No drama.
This girl is in trouble.
Oh my god, this is super dank. Yum, yum.
Couples, they share everything. Almost. And now it's time to share America's most recommended roadside assistance. Add loved ones to your AAA membership for 50% off and share the benefits. Add loved ones in your household for 50% off with automatic renewal at AAA.com/50. AAA. Outsmart life.
There's nothing left but beans and hot sauce. I'm sorry.
This is a butter cookie. Wrapped around Haagen-Dazs.
This is luxury.
Enjoy here or wherever you are. Butter cookie wrapped Haagen-Dazs.
Since Dubai styled itself as a centre for luxury tourism, expats wanting a piece of the action now outnumber the locals 4-1.
This is a route that I sometimes like to take because it is the Beverly Hills of Dubai. So for here, every second villa is either a plastic surgeon, a medical centre, a couturier.
To get a taste of Dubai's lavish lifestyle, concierge manager Oscar moved over from Australia 7 years ago.
It is my home. It's my second home. Lucky in my profession, I kind of know it like the back of my hand. It's my job to know a new boutique, a new burger joint.
After working in a neighbouring hotel, it took nearly 2 years of patiently waiting before Oscar finally got the job he'd dreamed of.
It sounds like a cliche, but I think the first time I drove across, and even at the point of my interviews going for concierge manager Burj Al Arab, was just unreal. It's like a palace. It's really like a fairy tale destination.
Getting the top job in concierge was a combination of a long journey in customer service that for Oscar started in a clothes shop in Oz.
I was young, inexperienced, somewhat even clueless. I was working in a department store back in Melbourne, selling Levi 501s. Within 2 years, I decided to go to London. I worked in Harrods and Selfridges, so it really sort of fortified the fact that I'll always be looking, and I was passionate about looking after guests with a higher demand or a high discerning taste as such. So I was dealing with, in the days with the Spice Girls, Princess Diana, take that. That was the real heyday where me as a little simple Australian was working in the places of kings and queens, of the rich and famous, literally.
Many of the guests at the Burj are keen to purchase luxury items during their stay. For some employees, an encyclopedic knowledge of brands is essential.
So if I was to ask you for 5 brands of luxury handbags, what brands would you offer to a guest at Burj Al Arab? What about a fashion designer? Do you know what a degustation menu is? In a nutshell, why do you want to work for Burj Al Arab?
Oscar has a vacancy on his concierge team and is hoping to find someone that matches up to his strict criteria.
My secret weapon is my luxury test. So someone can be very professional, someone can have worked in a hotel for 10 years, but if they can't tell me certain answers pertinent and a little bit more unique to the lifestyles of the rich and famous, all the best for another position in another hotel. If I get answers such as a luxury handbag being Zara or H&M, that colleague or that candidate is probably not appropriate for Burj Al Arab. I want luxury. My guest wants luxury. I want to hear Prada. I want to hear Louboutin. I want to hear Lacroix.
Oscar's next potential candidate is 26-year-old Lena from Germany.
I don't know.
Lena, hi, it's Oscar calling from Burj Al Arab. How are you?
Hello, good. How are you?
Good, good, good. So if my guest wants a pair of kitten heels, where are you going to start your search?
For kitten heels, I have not heard of it as of now, but I would say for some heels,
At the pet store. Petco.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So at least you know that you'll be pursuing shoe shops as opposed to pet shops. A champagne brand.
Huh?
Oh,
I guess we got that one wrong.
Yeah, fabulous. That's great, great, great. What is cashmere?
Cashmere is also cashmere wool, and it's the wear
Wool
of
or rabbit?
fibers of gold.
What is a kosher meal?
No, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That's not right. Okay, kosher.
Thank you so much for your time, Lena.
Thank you.
Okay, have a good day. She did really well. Sometimes people really choke and they've got no idea. It's something that we're not always born with. We don't have Tiffany Co., in our mouth at the point of being born or what have you. We're not wearing couture and Giorgio Armani, but it's something that you need to have a liking for.
As well as expertise in luxury, guests expect the very best in hospitality, especially when attending high-profile events. Tonight, the hotel's ballroom will be hosting an awards dinner as part of Dubai's 11th International Film Festival. Food and beverage manager James has been tasked with making sure the event is an instant hit with the visiting film industry.
And cocktails are all we're making the back of house. We have runners for this, our bartenders. Yes. There's a few things like this that happen throughout the year in Dubai that are quite a high profile thing for Dubai, really. So it's really an honour to host the gala dinner, the gala event.
With the possibility of royalty presenting awards at the gala dinner, there is an unscheduled visit from the Dubai Police Force. Preparations come to a halt as James and his team are ejected from the ballroom, just as guests are about to arrive.
Obviously we're going to be at the event tonight, but no one expected the police to come with the bomb squad of dogs to search, which is, it happens occasionally. It's one of those things. This is one of the things we have to do.
Hi, it's just me. Can you just help in the driveway? It's clear now, but I just need to sort of be looking. Okay, yeah. We're just on the driveway so I can sort of look after the VIPs driving. Cheers, to come back with that.
Concierge manager Oscar is coordinating front of house during the awards dinner for the Dubai Film Festival.
At the end of the day, it's still a hotel. So people are checking in, checking out, having dinner. So it can get sometimes quite frantic. So we've got everything as far as what we can, all hands on deck basis for tonight's movement. Are all these just waiting for a bus pickup? Or buggies? Oh, yeah.
Determined the guests will experience an elegant arrival, Oscar wants
Yum,
to
yum. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much.
Is it just the two of you? Yeah. Could you grab each hotel, please, for the two ladies here? Sweetie, where are your valet parkers?
So awesome,
Where are the valet parkers? I count two. Where are they? Quick 6.
Tonight's awards are for films originating from the United Arab Emirates and Arab world.
The film is called في الوقت الضائع in Arabic, and the English title is In Overtime. With Thy Spirit, it's my short movie. It's about in Lebanon in a monastery. I mean, Burj Al Arab, it feels, I always say, it's like if you ever wanted to film 1001 Arabian Nights, you've got the set built already.
With the award ceremony about to begin, James will not relax until his royal guest has arrived.
If our top VIP is actually does decide to come, it's going to be having the table in the middle, so we've got a little bit of security waiting for it.
His Highness Sheikh Mansour, the son of Dubai's ruler, arrives just in time to present the awards.
When they arrive, there's a sudden spike of pressure. And
oh my goodness, that was so good.
So what are you going to do later?
Definitely, the Crown and Lion is going to be calling. Or
that's okay. I'm falling asleep.
Sat on a beanbag. Just relax. Just relax.
We're watching this thing about this hotel in
Sat down,
Dubai.
money over a glass of wine with my wife.
It's the king's son going to the hotel.
When you're staying at the world's most exclusive hotels, you expect the very best in cuisine. The Burj Al Arab has 8 restaurants and bars under its roof, serving everything from gourmet business lunches to high tea. In charge of running the kitchens is executive chef Maxime.
You can hear, this nice melody, yeah?
With a team of over 200, there's more than one chef for every suite in the hotel.
We build the team according to the restaurant. So we have Italian chefs, Indian, French, they also bring their influence. It's really interesting to share, this influence from all over the world. Oh, look at this!
Maxime spends much of his time trying to source the finest ingredients from around the world.
This is line cod sea bass, no net. Beautiful oysters coming from Ireland, maybe 2 days ago. They were in the sea. Amazing. So I'm going to show you another beautiful product that we have here. It's actually a beautiful balsamic vinegar. It has 100 years of age. Oh my God.
100-year-old balsamic vinegar. You talk funny.
What does it taste like?
Paradise.
At the Burj's most famous
Oh, they got
restaurant,
aquarium.
Al Mahara, it's more than just the guests that need feeding. One of 3 aquariums in the hotel, it takes a team of 7 staff to maintain them, led by British marine biologist Warren from Plymouth.
I work in a unique place which I'm extremely proud of. I've been here for 13 plus years and these aquariums are a part of me. I've popped my head around the corner on a couple of occasions and not seen much conversation going on, but guests sitting there mesmerised by the exhibit.
Most popular with the guests are the hotel's resident sharks. To keep all the exhibits healthy, occasionally a team member will venture into the tank.
Just observing to see whether all the moray eels are feeding.
By keeping all the fish well fed, they are less inclined to eat each other or take a fancy to the divers.
One time I jumped in the tank and I had the food box with all the fish inside. As I opened up the container, all the juice from the sardine waved up and washed up over my suit. I was looking around for the zebra shark and then all of a sudden I felt the shark tugging at the back of my wetsuit, trying to rip my suit off, obviously mistaking it for sardine.
You got mistaken for sardine?
I certainly did get mistaken for a sardine, a large one.
Look at that grouper.
Guests at the Burj frequently include both heads of state and royalty. Today, the Ugandan flag is flying to mark the arrival of its king. Concierge manager Oscar has been asked to help out with a royal makeover.
I managed to find some tailors, and of course they sound very regal. The company name is Knights and Lords. So again, befit for a king, befit for sort of ceremonial purposes. And they also have the experience of dealing with, I guess, high ends in London. I always have to look at my suppliers. They look smart till they look sharp. They're selling suits, and if they're in a bad suit, I've probably made the wrong decision.
Get more from your morning routine. Make 20 cups of deliciously rich coffee with Coffee Mate at home for the price of 1 cup from a coffee shop. Coffee's perfect mate. Coffee Mate.
That deep belly laugh.
Megan, we're
Their
drunk.
rhythm.
We just
The
ate. Oh
family
my
stew.
God, we got Miracle
They
this
get all
meal.
that from you.
It was so
And now
good.
they can get America's
My
most recommended
goodness.
roadside assistance from you too.
And now we're watching
Add loved ones
about
to your
the
AAA
hotel
membership
in
for 50% off, and they'll get the
Dubai.
same benefits. Add loved ones in your household for 50% off with automatic renewal at AAA.com/50.
What is
AAA.
your airline called?
Outsmart life.
Penelope does it. I can't think.
22-year-old King Oyo is currently the youngest ruling monarch in the world, responsible for 4.5 million subjects. The king is touring Dubai, looking for inspiration on how to modernize both his kingdom and his image.
What colour is this one?
This is in but we are trying to show you some colours and fabrics which you feel wish.
It's a colour option, like a royal blue.
I like this fabric.
I haven't. What's the place to mention?
Accompanying the king on his tour is his mother. She has been taking an active role in evolving the king's image.
What we're looking is we're looking for his own brand. So it will be the King Oyo's brand. So it will be unique.
And we were just discussing with His Majesty some identities and looks that will be exclusive and defining to him.
I've never seen this
Yeah.
cut.
It's a complete bespoke suit, so we can still talk about the cut, the style, but everything from the stitch to the buttons to the lining can be just as you wish kind of thing. So we can be a little bit cheeky, we can still be very dignified, but it's made just for you. As much as there might be the facade of royalty
You put that in your
of a
sales
beautiful
pitch?
hotel, it's a mother and a son discussing what to wear, how to wear, where to wear it as such. So the king will always respect
It looks
his mother.
like he.
No, it's a mother-son sort of experience.
Yeah, I'm still involved because he's still young, and until he gets his own queen, maybe I'll be out of his way. But now I'm still involved. As a mother, a son can't grow out of his mom. So mom is always there.
Providing a very personal service
Oh, we're in an
is at the
elevator now,
core
we
of the
can
hotel's
see.
philosophy. They have over 200 staff working in the guest services department. Helping keep the small army of butlers on course is supervisor Lana from Uzbekistan.
My dream was to become a writer, and it was never my dream to work in hospitality. I never heard about hospitality in Uzbekistan, but when I arrived to Dubai, my dream has changed.
Today, Lana is overseeing the departure of a family going on a helicopter tour of the city.
No, you will be here because guests will come from here. First Dana, then we will have Lance.
The hotel prides itself on giving guests the best in Arabian hospitality, but Lana has adopted some British influences.
And then we will have Indonesia, and then
Uzbekistan.
I have watched Downton Abbey,
British?
if I'm not mistaken with the name, for I think it's the 5th season now, and it is extremely interesting to see how the butlers behave. So they take the rose water, they take towel. We have used on board a lot of tips. We told our colleagues to watch this movie as well, just to feel the taste of being a butler.
Occasional delays from air traffic control can keep the butlers
Wow,
waiting
look
on
at
the
their-
roof in temperatures
their
of up to
tab on the
113
top.
degrees Fahrenheit.
Sometimes we can stay here for half an hour, 1 hour, because the airplane not landing on time, so we are here waiting.
Has anyone ever fainted?
Not in our history. As I said, our butlers are very strong.
Right? He talks so funny.
Birthday.
Hey, Richard.
This is the third time the Diederich family have stayed at the Burj, but their first time on the helipad.
First of all, I didn't dare to walk out this door, but then I thought it's all for me. It's my special day.
I thought it is a good idea that for a very special birthday of my wife, I booked something also very special.
Let's refresh ourselves.
The
Oh,
beginning
look at
of
all the
December
birds.
means time to celebrate National Day. It's been 43 years since Dubai united with the 6 other Arab Emirates. Conveniently coinciding with the Burj's 15th anniversary, the hotel have decided to put on a spectacular beach party for loyal guests and local VIPs.
They built this, it's a fake island, it's not real land. They built
Executive Chef
They do
Maxime
that over
has
there.
been tasked with meeting the high expectations of the 600 guests.
We use the best dishes of each restaurant as a reduced portion. It has to be very practical for the guests to eat. We need to organize the spoon, the little spoon, oyster forks. Can you imagine one of our VIP having difficulties to eat an oyster? They are quite picky, let's say, you know.
To complete one of his dishes, Maxime has been holding out for the crowning ingredient that he hopes will get the guests talking.
A little picky.
So this is the black truffle, we call it the black gold. This will be sliced
Black
on
truffle.
top of the Vacherin cheese, and it will bring, along with the cheese, an amazing taste, an amazing perfume.
Origed in rural France by specially trained dogs and costing over $1,000 a kilo, in the truffle world, size is everything.
This is the common one that you can see on the market, basically. Okay, and this is Burj Al Arab size.
The 15th anniversary celebrations have a particular significance for 23-year-old Noor, the assistant marketing manager. A native to Dubai, she has lived here her whole life.
I grew up actually watching the Burj from the living room window of our house. You could say we're childhood buddies. We grew up together.
As part of the coming celebrations, Noor is designing a photographic display that will allow guests to see the birth of the Burj as she did as a child.
You can see the hotel without the sail. You can see the side of the hotel without the glass panels. It's going to bring back a lot of good memories.
Since the Burj was built, Noor has watched a dramatic transformation of her country.
It really was like sprouting a seed in the middle of, an empty desert, and things just blossomed around it. You would see other hotels, you would see roads, you would see constructions, you would see houses coming up around the area, expanding around Dubai and expanding around the United Arab Emirates. The guests will look at the island starting, and then here you go. It's the final image is right in front of you. It's picture perfect. It really is.
Working hard to make the beach VIP-proof is food and beverage manager James.
We have to go to sleep now.
Hotel manager Amar arrives to cast a critical eye.
How many of the ladies we put in the beautiful dresses will be at the end?
We should have 12, so we've got 12 in 6 in red, 6 in black. Everything's important, John. Everything. Every little detail, line, every finish, everything. You can't run the world's most luxurious hotel and not.
This is really a problem, huh? Okay, and can really be a hazard. You take it.
Okay.
You can look at that if we find the right color of sail.
Okay.
Always remember, nobody wants to walk on sand, in particular ladies.
Of course.
Yeah?
We're talking about some really important dignitaries that are coming. If we need to carpet the whole beach, we'll carpet the whole beach.
James has another pressing concern, one he wasn't expecting from the desert city.
Very, very rare that it rains.
There's a lot of staging equipment, a lot of lighting. If it rains, a lot of electrical equipment that's going to get potentially ruined. If the wind gets up too much, the fireworks could be off. Could be catastrophic, really.
But even with news of thunderstorms further down the coast, James is confident.
If it comes, it comes. It's one of those things we're going to have to cope with whatever situation comes to us. If we need to start moving in umbrellas, we'll move in umbrellas. It's okay. A little bit of rain won't stop. Might electrocute everybody, but...
For many of the staff, the anniversary celebrations are a reminder
good
of how
night,
much
Charlotte.
their
I'm
lives
gonna
have
go to
changed
sleep
since
too.
joining the hotel.
Hey, Richard,
Butler
Megan,
Shakil
everyone, we're
moved
gonna
to
go to
Dubai
sleep
11
now.
years ago after being
Kelly.
recruited in Pakistan.
Hey, Chrissy.
First time when
I'm
I saw the
tired.
Burj Al Arab,
We're
it's like
watching
a
the
mountain standing in front of me.
TV.
Was just slapping my cheeks like this. That it's reality that I'm going to work for Burj
So
Al
gotta
Arab.
go sleep now.
I served many presidents, football, soccer players, movie stars.
So everyone,
I met
have a
everyone.
wonderful evening. And
Some staff can find the hotel's high profile rubbing off on them.
we will catch you guys on the
Back up
next
from home, my
round.
family is treating me like a celebrity.
Did you see the baby
Because they
garments?
always recognize me.
We
at Burj
didn't know
Al
where
Arab.
babies were kind of freaking out. The baby's not sure.
Good morning, Mr.
We're
Akbar.
waiting for a spot.
May I come in?
Two guests that Shaquille has been looking after are
But
Chris
anyways,
and Barbara, who recently got
loving you
engaged
guys.
on the helipad.
Have a wonderful evening.
He loves his job.
And it's almost Friday.
evident from the first time
So
we talked
have
to
a
him,
good night.
He truly does enjoy
And
what he does.
we will catch you on the next round.
With their
JR, fuck
romantic
yeah,
stay
so good
coming
to
to
see
an
you.
end,
Hey, Joe.
Fireman Chris
Have
will
a good
return to his
night.
job in Afghanistan, while Barbara returns home
Yes,
to Germany.
thank you, Charlotte.
I got to know that they are going separate ways. This is emotional moment for me because I can see both are, you can say like a crying, you know. So you have to understand. So allow me to open for you.